Hello dear students, in the today's lecture we will study about spherical polar unit vectors. So likewise, traditional coordinate system, the unit vectors are I cap along x-axis, j cap along y-axis, k cap along z-axis. These are traditional unit vectors in Cartesian coordinate system. Likewise, we have three r cap, theta cap, phi cap spherical polar unit vectors. In spherical polar coordinate system. So now we will study them one by one in detail. R cap. It is a unit vector, rather we should say it is a spherical polar unit vector in the direction of increasing r. So now we will try to depict it diagrammatically. Supposing this is our three-dimensional coordinate system, x, this is origin, y, z, and this is a point P having coordinates r, theta, phi, and we join P with O and we get a position vector OP vector. And if we draw a photoperpendicular from P in XY plane at point R and join OR, then this length is R, this angle is theta, this angle is phi. This we have studied in our previous lecture. And OP vector can be written as R sin theta cos phi I cap, R sin theta sin phi j cap, R cos theta k cap. As in the previous lecture, what we have studied that this is x in Cartesian coordinate system, this is y in Cartesian coordinate system, this is z in Cartesian coordinate system. So this is nothing but xi cap, yj cap, zk cap. So in the lower classes, you represent a vector by this notation. This is the notation of a vector in Cartesian coordinate system, and this one is the notation of the vector in spherical polar coordinate system. So now onward we will be dealing with spherical polar coordinate system. So we represent the vector directly by this way. So now what is the meaning of the term increasing R? If we increase the R to the point Q by small amount dr tends to 0. This is very small change, r plus dr, keeping other two coordinates theta and phi same. So if you draw a foot of perpendicular in xy plane and extend this, then its foot will be at point S. So theta coordinate, phi coordinate, they are same, but the length of OQ is increased than the earlier one by dr, very small change. So here we can write OQ vector as R plus dr sin theta cos phi I cap, r plus dr sin theta sin phi j cap, r plus dr cos theta k cap. So this is equation number 1, this is equation number 2, and from these two equations what we are to calculate? We are to calculate this unit vector, and this unit vector we represent it by r cap. So r cap is my PQ unit vector, and which will be my PQ vector divided by length PQ. So very easily I can find the value of PQ vector from the diagram as PQ vector. It can be found as OQ vector minus OP vector. So both the values are given. So PQ vector, it is when we subtract the two, what we will be found here r sin theta cos phi, here r into sin theta cos phi I cap. When we subtract, this term will cancel out, again this term will cancel out, and here this term will cancel out. So what we are left with? We are left with terms containing dr sin theta cos phi I cap, dr sin theta sin phi j cap, dr cos theta k cap. So this is my PQ vector, and now I will find its magnitude. So how we found the magnitude? Coefficient of I cap square, coefficient of j cap square, coefficient of k cap square. So dr comes out, it is dr square under the square root when it comes outside. So dr power becomes 1, rest is sin square theta cos square phi sin square theta sin square phi cos square theta. And in the first two terms you can take sin square theta as common. So sin square theta comes common. What is inside? Cos square phi sin square phi plus cos square theta, and this again is 1. So dr sin square theta into 1 is sin square theta plus cos square theta, and it is again 1. So it is dr. So we substitute the values from equation number 5 and 4 in equation number 3, and what we will be having? So we will be having r cap, which is equal to dr sin theta cos phi I cap, dr sin theta sin phi j cap, dr cos theta k cap divided by dr. So dr in all the above terms will cancel out. So we are left with the r cap as sin theta cos phi I cap, sin theta sin phi j cap, cos theta k cap. So this completes the calculation for the first spherical polar unit vector. So number 2, theta cap. It is the second spherical polar unit vector. In the direction of increasing theta. So when we try to depict it diagrammatically, so this is three-dimensional coordinate system. O at origin, P is the point having coordinates r, theta, phi. So as we have done previously, we join OP. The length of OP is r. It is theta. And if we draw a perpendicular in xy plane at point Q and we join OQ, then this angle will be phi. So now what we do, we process in the direction of increasing theta and we reach here at point R by traveling this way. That this angle is d theta. Length of OR vector is also R. R does not change. This angle changes by a small amount. Third coordinate also does not change. So now this PR vector is our theta cap and we are to found this. So again we rewrite OP vector as R sin theta cos phi I cap, R sin theta sin phi j cap, R cos theta k cap. OR vector as R sin, here we write theta plus d theta because the coordinates are theta plus d theta. Third coordinate is same. So this is our equation number 2. Applying triangle law of vector addition, in triangle OPR, here OP vector, PR vector, they are in the same order. OR vector is in the opposite order. So OR vector is a resultant of OP and PR. So PR vector, it can be found as OR vector minus OP vector. And if we substitute the values from equation number 1 and 2, so R sin theta plus d theta minus sin theta cos phi I cap R sin theta plus d theta minus sin theta sin phi j cap R cos theta plus d theta minus cos theta k cap. So now we have to solve these three terms using simple trigonometric relations. So we are start with sin theta plus d theta minus sin theta. Here we apply AB formula, sin A cos B cos A sin B minus sin theta term. So as d theta is tending to 0, it is very small, so we write cos d theta tending to 1, sin d theta tending to d theta, and if we use these two values in the equation, so what we get here, sin theta into 1 cos theta d theta minus sin theta. So this term will be cos theta d theta, this term cancels out. Similarly for next term, cos theta plus d theta minus cos theta, it is cos A cos B minus sin A sin B. So cos A cos theta is cos d theta is 1, sin d theta is d theta. So these two terms cancel out. So what we are left with, sin theta d theta. So when we use equation number 4 and equation number 5 in equation number 3, so we will get PR vector so now the PR equation is visible to us. So R, the first term is cos theta d theta, cos theta d theta cos phi I cap plus R cos theta d theta sin phi j cap minus R sin theta d theta k cap. So this is equation number 6, and magnitude of this vector can be found R cos theta d theta cos phi square R cos theta d theta sin phi square minus R sin theta d theta square. So R d theta is common in all the terms, squared as well, taken as a single power outside. So what we are left with, cos square theta cos square phi cos square theta sin square phi sin square theta. So in the first two terms, cos square comes common, cos square theta cos square phi sin square phi, which is 1, plus sin square theta. So R d theta it is cos square theta plus sin square theta, which is 1, which is r d theta. This is equation number 7. So theta cap is PR cap vector. So it is PR vector over PR. So when you found this r d theta is there in each of the terms, r d theta, r d theta, r d theta. All these terms will cancel out. So we are left with cos theta cos phi I cap cos theta sin phi j cap minus sin theta k cap. So this is my second spherical polar unit vector. So this is all for today. In the next lecture we will find the third spherical polar unit vector and study the various characteristics, properties of these spherical polar unit vectors. Thanks a lot.